Hello, Capricorn. How are y'all doing? My name is Marlissa. This is At Word from Mars Tarot. You are number 4, so thank you for being here. Thank you for the views. Um, you, well, let me back up. This is going to be a November predictions reading, okay? If you like it here, if you love it here, please subscribe, share, like this video. And also I am now offering, readings, but they are just based by questions. So if you have anywhere from 1 to 5 questions, and you can email me, but also there are links for you to donate to the channel if you would like to do that. And there is a link for you to actually pay for your reading, okay? So the signs that I see here off books are Leo, Libra, Aquarius. Leo, Libra, Aquarius. You have all air signs here. So heavy Aquarius energy, heavy Libra energy, and then Gemini. And then you also have big earth sign energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also intuitively, I feel like Scorpio energy is here for sure. And it could be heavy Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. So actually, yeah, all the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. And then all air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All earth signs, Taurus, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So no fire is here. All right. There are no fire signs here. Well, no, Leo. Leo's the only fire sign here. But you have no water. That's what it is. No water signs are present here. So Capricorn, there are big changes, taking place this month, okay? I want you to be mindful of being stubborn. There is something that may be serious going on. There's something that you may have to be like strict about. Maybe some of you are becoming more strict, like with your finances, and that's really like getting you where you want to be. All right. You're working hard. I feel like you're going to see that like justice is going to pay off for you, like working hard in relation to your job, or if you're applying to jobs, whatever the case may be. So let's get into it. You have the Strength card here as the overall energy for your spread, and this is for sign of Leo. Now, this is about unconditional love. It's about compassion, all right, self-love and respect, but also having some like courage, all right? So you may be having some courage to take on some sort of like venture, okay? Some of you may have a court case going on with the King of Swords here and with the Justice card here, because the King of Swords in tarot can sometimes be a lawyer. But, or some of you may have, something going on with the father, or you may be a father yourself, okay, with the King of Pentacles here, because that's like, to me, like the daddy of, the zodiac, essentially. All right. But whatever it is, if you're thinking about quitting or giving up, maintain your strength, okay? Sign of Leo. We have the King of Pentacles here. This is heavy Taurus energy. Could also be Virgo or Capricorn. This is somebody who is very abundant, a provider, reliable. So if you are a Capricorn feminine, you may be deciding between a earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or an air sign, but they are both in their highest energy, okay? Because the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles are here. Could be one person and they just share this energy, like they have earth and air in their chart. All right. And this also could be somebody that you're reconciling with. Like there could be some sort of healing that takes place. And that may be very hard for you. Like maybe it's going to be hard on your like pride or ego, regardless of whether you're a man, woman, they, them. All right. It may be very, hard for you to maybe even like let this person in. All right. Because some of you could still be healing from something. All right. But King of Pentacles, I love him. He's a very reliable, king. All right. And there's also still some warmness to him. Whereas the King of Swords is somebody who's strict and can honestly, they can come off, well, they're very head over heart. That's what I'll say. They're very head over heart. They're very disciplined, reasonable, they come with, they'll bring mental clarity, to a situation, but in their lower self, they can be cold. Now, what I will say is like, as far as King of Swords, because when I think about Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, all of those people can very much so be lovers. All right. But there's something strict. It's like strict around this motherfucker this month. And, but I feel like it's going to get you to where you want to be, Capricorn. All right. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Now, there's something that you've been hoping for. Maybe you've been praying to be more stable. Maybe you've been praying to be, more reliable or meditating on that. And that energy is finally here, Capricorn. I do see that. All right. Um, uh so we have this the star, the Aquarius. So this is a big like miracles happening. So maybe you're gonna land that certain job, or land a certain role that really ends up having you in the King of Pentacles energy. All right, but this is about hope, renewal, faith, miracles. It's a really good energy, even just for like healing. All right. I also very much feel like there's some sort of truth that's going to come here, like whether it's truth towards you, Capricorn, or you're bringing truth to somebody else. Because like one thing about Aquarians, people, because aquas in their name, tend to think that they're water signs, they're air signs, but they carry water, and the water is information. 555 changes coming. It's information, and it's like how they pour into other people. All right, so there may be some truth that's coming towards you that's going to bring about a miracle for you. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card here, which is about accountability. Truth is revealed, karma, cause and effect. So I really feel like you've been putting positive things out into the universe, Capricorn, and you're just finally being rewarded. Why is it not focusing? There we go. You're finally being rewarded. Some of you may be, with the Libra placement. All right. And again, this justice is coming because you've worked very hard. You were committed. All right. You put your head down and you stay committed. So now God's Source Spirit Universe is like, okay, I'm ready to bless you. You're in a place to receive this blessing. Let me write that down. This blessing, this healing, this miracle, whatever, the case may be, okay? When it comes to these oracle cards, we have death or rebirth here. Death or rebirth. So I strongly hope that none of you, experience a death of a loved one, but I always have to throw that out there. But this is usually just more so about transformation. So again, these cards are very much so a big deal. The Strength card being here, the Justice card, and the Star, that's crazy. It's heavy energy. And then you have Kings here. Ooh, let me show you. These are called Major Arcana cards. So that means that they carry a heavier energy in the spread. And you have 3. Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. Very beautiful energy too. Some of you also may have like tamed your attitude or tamed your emotions more. So it's just like you provide yourself with more compassion, therefore you provide other people with compassion. Now you're in a place to be like a better leader, but it's like, make no mistake that you have, that lion in you. Okay. But yeah, death or rebirth. I also meant to say that if you have a Leo placement, or if you're connected to a Leo, you may want to watch that reading because some of the same cards came out and or like the same themes. All right. But we have death or rebirth. So sign of Scorpio. We have dark eyes. So someone could have dark eyes, or like I told Leo, maybe there was somebody who had like dark eyes because of who they were as a person or how their soul is. All right. We have fight for it, which is definitely an energy I see here. Like it's whatever this is, it's going to take great strength, but you're going to yield the results of fighting for it and sticking with it. I also want you to know that luck is on your side. All right. And then completion or closure was underneath that. Okay. So this is very much so giving me like the world energy, or the wheel of fortune, which are usually for signs of Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. But luck is on your side, Capricorn. All right. Then we have simplicity. So maybe some of y'all live in a big city. And even though you live in a big city, like you still are about like the simple things, like with the sunflowers and stuff and butterflies being on here. It definitely gives me a very like earth vibe. Or maybe some of you are needing to remember to slow down, take time to yourself, especially if you do live in a big city, or if just your world is, a bit more hectic. But I am going to read this one to you. And as far as angel numbers, you could be seeing 3, 6, or 9, because this is equivalent to 9. And at the bottom of the deck, we have 85, which was what? Which is 13, which is equivalent to 4. So, but let me grab this. Simplicity. All right. Symbol is the guitar. Keywords: clarity, clearing, decluttering, rising above, keeping it simple. Um, we see our awakened soul at night above a busy, noisy city, enjoying the music of her soul. Some of you guys may be musically inclined. In this moment, she has risen above the noise to find divine music. Her hand-painted guitar is one of the small number of personal items she owns. With the bard's soul, she likes to move around to different countries and cities, so owning minimal possessions serves her lifestyle. A simply happy and full life. And living simply, she has shed many of the things that were weighing her down, from physical items to ideas that were not hers to begin with. The travel she has done has opened her mind. She has seen people with so little live. Maybe it means to say life. She has seen people with so little life so fully, which is a humbling reminder of all that she has. I have found that there are some typos in this like booklet. All right. Her songs allow her to put her songs allow her to put her thoughts on paper, to order and declutter her mind in a beautifully creative way, keeping her inspired and inspiring others. The messages in her music touching all that hear them to look within and find contentment. The Simplicity card has come to you today as a reminder to keep it simple. There is no need to complicate things. Keeping busy can distract you from what is really important or going on underneath the surface. This is all just delaying what will happen anyway. This is the card of keeping on track, avoiding distractions, and rising above the need to make things harder than it needs to be. If you are becoming distracted, come back to the why of your work and the source of your motivation to get you back on track. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. Looking at a situation through the eyes of a child is a good exercise. Stating what is and not what you think, or the story you have around the situation or person, is also powerful. Find joy in the little things in life. They can be easily passed over, but can be profound if you pay attention. Clear your mind by decluttering your space or delegating some of your workload or taking time to reassess your current situation. Shadow meaning: consumerism, complications, business, little progress, difficulty. The affirmation here is: I see the magic in simplicity. Personal reflections. In what areas of my life could I use some simplicity? So I feel like that message is very important to you, because all of a sudden while I was reading that, my neighbor's dog just came outside and started barking, like they probably put him outside. And yes, that does happen sometimes, but what I'm realizing when it comes to tarot, when there are disruptions or distractions during a reading, that is usually some form of confirmation. All right. So the last message here is going to be the angel number 36. So you could be seeing 36 or the number 9. So let me find that for you. He be fussing. I be feeling bad for old boy. Like, freedom. All right. So you have, I do not know if I'm saying his name correctly. Alexa, how do I pronounce Zadkiel?
I pronounce that Zadkiel, but I'm always working on how I say things and I might not have it right.
Thank you. All right. So Archangel Zadkiel. This is about forgiveness. So what's the animal in here? We have like a swan, maybe, bird, duck, geese, I don't know. And the colors are, there you go, purple. All right. Archangel Zadkiel provides positive energies, replacing negative energies with compassion and faith. In drawing this card, you are lovingly asked to forgive yourself and anyone who might need your forgiveness. Likewise, ask others to forgive you. Forgiveness is twofold. It wipes clean burdens we carry in our hearts and souls towards another person or situation. And those we have forgiven can likewise feel the burden lifted. This does not mean we condone what we see as bad behavior. It means that it is now time to hand the burden over to the great universe. Note that you can ask for forgiveness for yourself or help with forgiving others through prayer or meditation. Archangel Zadkiel helps heal relationships with ourselves and with others, and hurtfulness within the heart. He also asks that you be mindful that some relationships cannot be mended. When you feel the need, call on this enlightened being. Archangel Zadkiel's energy colors are shades of lavender, violet, and indigo. So you remember I told you that there is a healing energy here. All right. So I feel like this is something that's going to be important for you this month, Capricorn, is to heal and forgive. And remember that you're not excusing the bad behavior, but you're leaving it up to God, source, spirit, universe, and that person themselves to get their, shit together. That's not on you. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. This was really good. I hope to see y'all, more and more. Please like, share, subscribe. And remember that I'm doing readings now. And also feel free to donate to the channel. Thank you. Bye.